God, his balls are finally dropping, dude.
He's on the sauce here, dude. He's on the juice. Look
You
at
can
him.
tell, dude. Look at his eyes are sunken in, man.
Howdy, members. Special for you. We are doing a commentary for Terminator 2 3D Battle Across Time. Now, the video that we found on YouTube, which we have linked here for you,
Yes.
it's actually somebody went through the entire experience, so it's right from the lobby where the person's greeting you and they're reading that script or about to tell you about the amazing journey you're about to embark upon. And so yeah, I think the film itself is only like 12 minutes, but this particular video with all the goods is like 23. We're gonna get right into it.
Put on your 3D glasses.
Put out the 3D glasses. Oh, you know what? I have some downstairs. I should have got them.
I can't look through these because these are sunglasses.
This video is not 3D. You don't have to worry about this.
Yeah, okay.
I think you're fine. But without further ado, we want to thank everybody for being a member. Now,
Thank you so much.
without further ado, let's get this shit going, dude. We can get it. I could say shit. I think we can say shit now.
Yeah.
That's right. Paywall, bitches.
Yes.
They can't take
Extra
my
mean
monetization.
members.
All right. So going in 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh.
All right. So I saw this like the year before they finally removed it and retired it. And
What year was that?
2011.
Wow. It lasted that long. Because I saw it in like 96. 96, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it when I went to Indio, California to see the Big Four. She looks like Candace Cameron Bure, dude.
Yeah.
She looks like DJ Tanner. Look at she's making these derpy faces. I remember this because they sort of cattle corral you into this main lobby. This chick comes out and she sort of briefs you on what's to come. But it's all scripted.
Well, I thought you know what? I saw this in Orlando, so mine was different. And
Really?
it was kind of like in theater seating.
No, it will be. They're gonna get cattled into a theater.
Okay, I see. I don't remember this part.
At least for LA. Yeah, this is like the first room when you enter the experience. This is like the main lobby place, and you're all waiting to enter the theater. And this chick comes out. I'm pretty sure. Let me I seem to remember it being that way. I don't think she's like standing in front of the screen.
No, she's not in front of the screen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're gonna they're gonna herd him into. But I'm telling you, dude, when I saw this stuff, this is old. This came out like what, 96? 90, when did this come out? 95, 96?
It had to be like 95 because we heard about it through the grapevine back then, and then we ended up seeing it. I was stoked. We saw this, and then we saw Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, I never saw that.
Yeah.
Did you do the Back to the Future ride though?
Awesome, yeah, I did.
The Back to the Future ride, I think I never got to do
it
that.
Wasn't a ride, it was like a 3D ride, yeah.
They end up turning them into other things, like other properties.
Then it was Simpsons after that, I believe, right?
You might be right. And then I think they turned the ET ride into Spider-Man.
Okay, so I did the ET. I didn't do Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man's like a 3D experience too. Like, whoa, you're going. It's really fun. I don't think they're long enough to justify how long you got to wait in lines, but they're neat. Okay, no. So look, she is. Yeah, they're still not in the theater yet. They're watching like a brief.
Oh, okay.
They're watching like an intro movie. I'm pretty sure. This
looks 4K, dude. This looks beautiful.
It looks really great. Do you remember this?
I don't remember this intro scene. No, I don't remember this part. I went to this with my grandpa, my grandma, back in 96 when they were still alive. So they traveled the country in their camper, and they're like, "Hey, we're going to go to Universal down in Florida." I'm like, "Awesome," because we were visiting them, and then we saw this, and I was so pumped up.
Yeah, Eddie Furlong is noticeably older in this. It is in the mid 90s, and this thing, dude, I was looking it up. This 12-minute film had you know what? I don't think they're counting this as the film. as far as the runtime. This isn't the film.
No.
This is like, look, they're talking about Skynet and the technology and shit like that. It's like a fake commercial for it. But this thing had a $24 million budget. Isn't that nuts?
Jesus. 24.
For
Wow.
12 minutes. It's impressive because
Well,
this
I mean,
came out.
it's 3D at the it's the best 3D you can possibly get. Even it's to this day, I mean, it's like modern day 3D or, 10 years ago 3D.
So, okay, I didn't know this. Okay, so it opened in Universal's Hollywood, Florida first.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Universal Studios Florida and Orlando. It opened in 1996. You were right, April 1st. It was a soft open. And then it ran all the way to 2017 in Orlando.
Mm.
That's nuts.
Wow.
Almost 11, it's 11 years. No, wait. Yeah, no, it's 21 years.
Yeah, and I saw it December 96, I believe.
And, well, that was the soft open. It officially launched hard open, in April, so, yeah, it was pretty new. And then Universal Studios Hollywood, it opened, in 1999, so a few years later,
Mm.
and it ran to 2013, so it also closed sooner. That I didn't know it
Wow.
ran. That's where I saw it. So, yeah, I saw it in 2011 in Hollywood, so I got in at the end there, but I guess it was still going for a while in, Florida. And then it was in Universal Studios Japan. And
Oh,
that wow, it didn't open in Japan until '01, and it ran till 2020.
holy
But
cow, 2020?
1986, you're right. So, I remember the big, 3D craze was going on around, like, 2010 or something like that. I felt like
Mhm.
20 everything was 3D. Journey to the Center of the Earth, everything every Marvel movie had this, like, fake ass, like, fucking 3D post filter on it. It wasn't real 3D. This predated everything by about 15 years,
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
It looked
When
better,
when
I
I
thought.
saw this shit in 2011, I had been used to seeing, like, these movies in theaters with 3D, and it was just, like, real bullshit, and then I saw this, and I was blown away, and you could tell it's like, they didn't just sorta add it at the end. They built this proprietary for this, and all the difference in the world. Like, they couldn't afford to put this in every theater, like,
No,
around the
no.
country.
Oh, look at John, dude. Look at his little
Yeah.
mullet.
He's like, "Mom, I gotta go watch." Is look, mom,
They should all be taken
permission.
out and barbecued.
Look, why does it feel like I'm at a Sega CD game, dude?
I know.
Night Trap. I feel like Corey Haim's talking to me right now.
God, his balls are finally dropping, dude.
He's on the sauce here, dude. He's on the juice. Look
You
at
can
him.
tell, dude. Look at his eyes are sunken in, man.
It's very cool to see Linda Hamilton looks the same, of course. It's only
Yeah.
a few years after. Now, let's see. Yeah, this is all just stock footage from 2.
Mhm.
But how neat was this? And I hate that this isn't canon, dude. This should be canon.
Yeah.
You know why we know it's not canon? Because in Dark Fate, they killed they killed that little fucker.
Mhm.
So he never made it to this battle across time, which sucks because James Cameron directed this. To me, this should be official, right? It's like he's like, no, that was just a paycheck. That was for a theme park,
It
asshole.
it's crazy to see John back in the 92 and this in the back in 96, how much he's changed, dude.
Well, he was going through his growth spurt years.
Or 91. Yeah. I know I get it, but it's just
Yeah, well, you forget this exists, and I'm like, wow, this is like kind of
time
the
capsule.
sequel. It's a tease of a sequel we never got where John was a little older.
Yeah.
And had he been in T3 came out in 2003. So, we're talking about
Yeah.
7. So he would have looked older 7 years after this, but still, man, I liked all the actors that would come out. I thought that stuff was
Y
really cool.
You got 5 minutes to get out of the building.
Oh, yeah, did they do that? I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah. They just did it.
Now, I don't really know. I mean, it technically is a ride. Like, I don't is there really, like, a strong narrative
No,
with this?
it's like that ride from Jurassic Park where you just sit in the, you know, and they just spin you around.
Okay. So when are we gonna like start?
Right
Okay,
here.
everybody's cheering. All right. So now she should like herd him in. Candace Cameron Bure. I don't know.
So see some T100 titties.
Dude, like I remember when you're gonna see it when I wonder if what it's gonna look like for us when we're probably not gonna see any of that, but because they're recording it in there, I wonder if we're gonna like see we're not gonna see the 3D. It doesn't work like that.
No,
But
you
when
can't.
you're
You
there with
can't
the
see
glasses,
3D.
dude, when they blow T1000, dude, there's like
Oh yeah.
globs of
When
silver cum.
when he comes out of to your face, dude, everybody's like out touching it, and then they have like water spraying out.
Uh-huh. And they have those theaters where they have like they have one here somewhere in Phoenix, and they have them in Vegas where it's like the fully immersive ones, and the stuff you get sprayed water and you're
5D or
seeing.
whatever. Or whatever. I don't
You
know.
know, have you ever
4D.
done one of those?
I haven't. No.
We should do that when you come into town next. We should like try and
Mm.
find that thing and just see. I mean, we're not gonna like the movies they're playing probably, but
Wonder
it's
what
like Fast
movie.
and Furious.
What movies get played with that thing?
Probably the big budget shit, you know. But I I don't want to watch Fat dude. Just let me go. I'll watch a classic. Someone play Lethal Weapon 2, dude. I'd go to it for
That would
T2.
be awesome, man.
Like,
Well,
oh,
I know they
yeah,
have the D box. I saw a movie in the Expendables. I saw in the D box, dude, where I'm sitting in the chair, dude. The
uh-huh.
thing's just like rumbling the whole time.
I want to watch I want to watch T2 when like Arnold Schwarzenegger is rolling on the pavement, and I want some like fucking usher to come up to me with a block of fucking cinder block and whack me across the head. Like, oh fuck. It's like I just fucking ate pavement too, man. Like in Lethal Weapon 2 or is it 3? When Riggs like punches that when they get in that car chase and the guy like flies to the windshield and he's like, "Are you okay? Okay." Back to sleep. He punches them. Some ushers knock me, dude, hits me like, "Hey, hire these ushers to just fucking jack your ass, dude." Yeah, when's the last time you went to a park like this?
God,
You take your
20
kids to stuff like this ever?
2010. Not yet, no.
Yeah, where's the first place you want to take them? Just Disney World?
No, I won't take them there.
Disney World's a headache, dude.
Yeah, I'll take him to Silver Dollar City or something.
Oh, those poor kids, dude. I'm just kidding. Hey,
Hey,
Silver
I
Dollar
never
City's
got to go to
fun.
those when I was a kid, dude.
You never went to Silver Dollar City? You should have went when you visited me, man. We were in Branson.
No, when I was a kid, I think I might have went to Adventureland, but I don't remember.
Okay,
They
so
have the
this is
Linda Hamilton ripoff here.
this is the not Linda Hamilton, but she's a good knockoff.
She looks like her, dude.
Oh wait, no, that was the screen, and they got someone on stage. So the actors. Oh yeah, dude, look at
Yeah,
that
you're
dick.
right here, dude. This is sweet.
That was on the advertisements.
Yeah,
Wait,
and I mean, this thing was like right in your face. You could like touch it.
it looks like the Freddy demons, dude. I
Sarah
want it
Connor.
all. Is this the actor? Yeah, the actor.
It's kind of cheesy coming back and watching it.
Well, when you're not there and you're not
It's like
immersed
a
in it,
play,
dude.
dude.
So why he's killing her, dude. He killed Candace Bure, dude. Why in the future would it still be the T1000 model, and why would he still be dressed like a cop?
No, who knows?
Yeah, he took the officer's identity. Why would he be dressed like a cop in the future war, dude? Makes no sense, dude. It's almost as if it's just like nostalgia bait.
Time portal.
You can tell how cool this looks, even though we don't have the 3D. Look at that.
Yeah.
You got the fat Arnold, dude. Look at that fat
Yeah.
Arnold just driving down there. He's gonna blow it. Oh,
dude.
I said they'd be back.
Oh God.
Come with me to live.
I mean, I would love to have that job, dude. Every half an hour, you just do the same shit.
Yeah, you do the show. Look how cool this is. Do you think they really did a lot of takes for these, dude?
Oh,
I told
God,
you I'd
no.
be back.
Hell no.
Come with me to live.
God, I can't stop looking at John Connor, dude.
I gotta hear Eddie, dude.
Yeah.
This is the final battle, dude. Is that in the canon? He's like, this is the final battle between the humans and machines.
Oh.
Hell yeah, dude. Hold on. He doesn't even sound. You know what's funny is he's not sounding very robotic. He's sounding almost like human Arnold.
Yeah.
He's talking like a human. You know what I mean? Breaking his gang on us. His voice is weird.
I wonder how much money he made for this, dude. A couple grand.
No, I think he made good money. I think he said on a red carpet. I think I watched the interview, Eddie, where they were like asking him, and I think he said he made $1 million or plus million.
No shit.
Yeah.
For this?
Yeah, I think he made $1 million.
Good for Eddie.
Arnold probably cleaned up, dude. Negative. Did he say negative? Why are they?
That's Skynet?
That's why we're heading towards it? Look, dude, this is what we never got. I wanted to see like Judgment Day happen.
That
and
was
John
Skynet.
Connor. It would be awesome, dude. Like, this is what should have happened. But my question is, it makes sense why John Connor would be here because he was the savior of humanity. He would have experienced all this. But why is the same T-800 that killed himself in the lava, dude? Why the steel mill?
Well, because there's every couple of years there's a new T-800, right?
But I think they're insinuating. Look how human he is, learning computer. Like,
once
he's like
Eddie's balls dropped, a new T-800 came in, and that's where the story begins. I'm just saying,
look at their dynamic. It's clear they know each other. This is clearly supposed to be the T-800 from part 2 that everybody saw, but he's dead. You know what I mean? He did the thing, and this Terminator's not. Arnold's not even talking like a robot. He's talking like he just rolled out of bed. Like, come on, let's go. Come on. So, I mean, I guess he could have like found a new one and then programmed it.
I love how they're having that
I have a question though. Why is he wearing that poor biker guy's fucking leather still? Can't let you take the man's wheels, son. Oh, God. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I just love this aesthetic, man. I love the all blue, just demolished destruction. I love all the skulls everywhere.
Skull and bones, dude.
The piles of skulls. It's so cool. That seems so iconic where you see that foot for the first time, crush it. Look at these great graphics. This is like Mortal Kombat 95, dude. Reptile. I love it. But for 3D, it's awesome.
3D right there, dude. So
yeah.
No,
all of it. You could see this shit. It's like, whoa. I just want to know, give us a little setup. How did they make it this far? And just keep moving. And how did they get, like, how is Arnold alive? How is this T-800 alive? Where is Sarah right now? Is she blowing Dyson? Is Dyson alive in this weird fucked up timeline? Is this the timeline where he got the nut, dude? He got the nut and be saved? I love that meme we saw where we're in this like Terminator Facebook group that just posts nothing but
or whatever, yeah.
Lava Factory or whatever.
Lava Factory, yeah.
That's cool. And somebody put a moment like, Dyson, she's gonna blow him, and they show the picture of her fucking, and I'm like, dude, no, when they show Dyson, like he's getting blown, and I'm like, dude, I made that joke when I was a kid. I used to tell it to my brothers all the time. She's gonna blow him. We used to do that all the time. Like, what kid didn't do that? Don't blow my daddy.
Yeah. I don't know how much more I can hold this.
Out of the way, kid. I'm gonna blow him. I love too. The whole movie's like meme worthy. Like, show him, pulls down his pants, dude. Big cock, dude. He pulls down his sleeve, dude.
Yeah.
And then takes it and unzips his pants, dude. Now listen to me very carefully. I'm going to fuck your mouth very good. I'm going to ram it down your ass.
Oh.
Dude, you think Dyson would have done it to save mankind? What if they believed it? They went to their house and they just believed this fucking cockamamie story.
Don't hurt my daddy.
I get it. They had the proof, right? He showed him the robot hand and all that shit. But like, I feel like I would have taken advantage and told him more stuff just to have fun with him. But like, yeah, and the only way we're gonna stop Skynet is if you let this fucking Terminator fuck your ass. And then she's like, I don't see how this is gonna help anything. And the mom's even like, I mean, aren't we changing history now? I mean, just him being here and fucking you, aren't we changing the future? What do you think Dyson would have did it, dude, if he knew he was gonna kill like I think it was like 4 billion people at the time? But how many do you think he would have
Can a
liked to make it?
T-800 come, dude?
What do you call him? Hey, look at the T-800 skull. I don't know what he just called him. Hey, doggy
I
breath.
neither.
What did he
Yeah,
say?
I couldn't hear it.
Why is the T-800 doing these one-liners? I get it's a learning computer, but that is so I can buy that, but he died. Why he's not been with John Connor for like 6 years. Whatever, dude. They could just say he sent him back in time to make sure he didn't kill him, dude. Like, hey, let's do that again, but don't kill the Terminator.
Excellent.
Don't do that. Yeah, so it's the final battle between humans and machines. He had to like be very, outward and say that. So
Here's
they're going,
Skynet.
yeah, they're going into Skynet, which they just have like a headquarters, like fucking Starbucks or something, which is kind of weird. I kind of figured Skynet was just that is the AI. Skynet's the Cyberdyne Systems was like the
Yeah,
company, right? Skynet is did he call it Skynet or Cyberdyne?
I thought he said Skynet, but
But like Skynet, I would think. I mean, maybe there's like a mother computer, but I would just think it's everywhere. It's omnipresent at this point. But I guess like the mother computers in here. It's like I always figured Terminator ripped off X-Men Marvel Comics because but it turns out Terminator and X-Men both ripped off an episode of Outer Limits. So it's like everything just sort of is influenced by everything else. But are you familiar with the Days of Future Past story?
no.
It's the same thing. It's like the X-Men there's a traveler from the future who comes from the future to the modern day to assassinate somebody, just like Dyson, because this guy is going to start what happens in his world where they launched the Sentinel Project. The Sentinel Project's supposed to capture mutants because they're like all racist against mutants, but the main Sentinel is called Master Mold that produces all of them, but it's sentient and it's Skynet, and then it takes control and it enslaves everybody. And even like the future wars in that, it looks just like this. It's Sentinels roaming around, and they got like the fucking Resistance, which is like the leftover X-Men, but most of everybody's dead. It's literally the same fucking thing. They send back Bishop and Cable from the future to get. It's the same. It's the same. But
Same but better.
Yeah, X-Men. Yeah.
No, I was talking about Terminator.
But I got to watch the Outer Limits episode though that they both ripped off. That they had to give that writer credit when they got sued. Get down, John. That cartoon.
Can you imagine seeing this in 3D, dude?
It was pretty freaking mind blowing,
awesome,
dude. Do you remember the Power Rangers movie? Remember like did you ever watch that by chance?
I don't remember it.
They're at the end of the movie, like the Ivan Ooze has these two big Zords that look terrible. They look kind of like this, but worse. And it's just like, I don't know. This is what all this like 3D CGI looks like, but it looks so much because it's 3D. It's like it gets a pass. It looks so much better as 3D. It just looks, you wouldn't tolerate this if this was just like a regular movie. I just don't know why they didn't. Why didn't they put this? Did they put this as an extra on the 4K?
They might have. They might have. I don't remember.
I feel like I'm Mandela affecting myself because I remember saying at the time that they should, because if they retired the ride, don't let it be lost to time. Like put it out there. You know what I mean? In some fashion, like even if it's not 3D. But you know what? For a while there, we had like 3D getting released. Everything was in 3D, Blu-ray 3Ds and stuff. I used to have a 3D TV until not that long ago. Like I gave it.
And now they're sought after. I mean, they're hard to find.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
How much would somebody pay for a 48 inch Samsung 1080p 3D TV with glasses?
Quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Gave it to my brother.
I wouldn't have done that.
Don't do that. All right, Terminator. I would. Well, you think I could?
But of course,
what are we talking here? Like $400, $200, $1,000? What are we talking about?
Maybe 1,000.
Oh, really?
I don't. They're pretty sought after now, man.
But who would buy that? Would somebody really be like in the local town to pick up a 3D
Absolutely, TV? Because you can't. People still have Blu-ray 3D movies. Cinephiles, absolutely.
Oh, but no movies worth watching were in 3D. Okay, so hold on. The movie's over, but we have to elaborate on this. So when did this happen? When did this renaissance and happen where they became valuable? Because I mean, I gave him the TV a while ago. I gave him the TV probably it's been about 5 years, let's be honest. He still has it though, I think.
Let me look.
Oh, it's hurting. I mean, I wouldn't want to sat on that thing for like forever. But can you imagine if I
How
still
big
had
was it?
I think it was a 48.
48.
48 Samsung 1080 3D TV. Cause I mean, I guess there's a reality where because it still works. I could have like just kind of thrown it into a guest bedroom, but if I wasn't such an elitist prick, I had to like update all my TVs, dude.
Mm,
It was a sexy screen too. It was a sexy like it looked cool. Come on. Hit me with the numbers. Are you just looking for like sold auctions?
3D TV 48.
I mean, give me ballpark. It's whatever. It doesn't have to be like exactly the same size. Samsung. Wild. But yeah, I mean, like if I had, I literally used the 3D once. It was such a novelty, and I didn't like seek out to buy a 3D TV. That's like what they were selling. Wasn't there like a point where like almost every TV you could buy at Best Buy was 3D?
Yeah.
So
At
why
some
would they be hard
point.
to find? You think they wouldn't be that hard to find? Because there's
Well,
people
they don't make 3D TVs anymore. That's
I
the whole
know,
damn
but like
thing.
I bought that TV I bought that TV in Omaha.
This one's
I bought
950, 950.
really?
Let me look for Samsung.
What was the brand that was 950?
Sony.
Yeah, I bought it in 2012, and I bought that with my first. I bought that when I got a PlayStation 3, and I had my first Blu-rays. And
This one's
you know,
1200.
dude, get out of here! Really?
Oh,
What can I sell the
yeah,
glasses for
plasma
anything?
3D. Plasma. Was it plasma or LCD?
It was LED.
Oh, LED. Okay.
I'm pretty sure LED. It wasn't plasma,
Um.
dude. Can I sell the glasses at least?
So a 65 inch smart 4K 3D curved TV is $2,000.
Dude, wow. Can I at least flip the glasses? I still have two 3D pairs of 3D glasses in the box.
Well, I'm sure you can. Absolutely, you can flip those.
I gotta find those bitches, dude. I don't know where they're at, but I have to still have them. I gotta start cleaning house and flipping stuff. That
Yeah,
makes me
the
sick, dude.
3D TV. Yeah, I get it back from your brother, dude, because those are pretty sought after.
Just like casually ask him, hey, can I have that back? And then I sell it for a lot of money, dude. And it's his now. You know, that's kind of slimy.
How is it slimy, dude? It's
Because
yours.
it's his now. No, I gave it to him.
It's yours.
I gave it to him, Todd. It's his. So I was thinking before you said that evil snakish thing to say, I was thinking, you think I should tell him, hey, that TV's worth something. Why don't you sell it?
No,
You're like, hey, get it back from him. Ask him if you have it back.
just be like, hey, you know what? You could take this other TV because I need a smaller TV for this
Well,
room.
I don't think he uses it anymore, so I don't know where it would be or if he has it because he my old monitor before I got this OLED that I'm on now, he took those off my hands. I gave him so actually I gave him my two monitors previously, and
Mm-hmm.
then I gave him the one that I traded this one for. So I always give him my hand-me-downs, you know? And so I don't think he would, but I should ask him. I should like feel him out and be like, hey, do you still have the TV? Just wondering, just curious. I don't even know if he still has the base anymore because I don't know if he might have. I don't know if he kept it on the base or if he mounts it to the wall. I don't know what he did. You know, I just know he had it and he was using it for the longest time.
Yeah, I
That
mean, low end would probably be about 700, but
jeez. Wow. And then can you see what the glasses are going for, dude? Samsung 3D glasses.
let me look.
This is riveting content, guys. I know, but it's just blowing me away where it's like It's kind of like that same feeling of knowing, like, oh, if only I had a time machine, I would go back to Shopko when I saw that table full of Earthbound big boxes they were giving away for
Are
$5
they
on clearance.
3D active glasses? They're about $20 a piece.
Hey, $20 is $20. I've done worse things for $20, my friend.
Yeah.
And they're just like taking up space. Wow. Well, that's something to consider, man. I only watched the 3D once, and it was kind of cool, but you had to stay straight. You had to stay stationary. You know what I mean? You had to look at it just right. It wasn't like this. This was You felt pretty comfortable. This shit was coming at you, and it was alive. I had to sit up like this. It was like when I was playing Nintendo Wii. It's like, oh, this isn't very comfortable. So I only did it once. It wasn't anything that was very practical at all. And I'm like, yep. I remember my mom watched it. I was at her house, and she thought it was so cool. She was like, oh, grabbing stuff like great Dwayne the Rock Johnson. They were like throwing stuff, and he was bouncing off his tits, dude. Boom! When it came at you, I was like, I watched like the Journey sequel with The Rock, and like it's terrible. Like
It
that was my
it
3D
didn't
movie
look
I watched.
good.
It did look cool, but it was a shit movie.
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying, dude. But anyway, Battle Across Time. You guys in the chat, did you guys watch it? Who got to go? Surely there's a good chance some of you guys did, because a lot of us, went to. I didn't go to Universal Studios till I was much older, like way adult. Didn't when I was a kid. But if you did, let us know your experience. Hey, you know what? Actually, let us know what. It doesn't even have to be this. Did you guys have a favorite ride? Um, you know, let us
Back to the
know.
Futurette was awesome too.
I know they turned it to something else. I'm going to be going to Japan next month, at the end of next month, and they still have Universal and they have Disney. I don't know if I could convince the lady to go to Universal Japan. I think we're going to go to Disney though, but I'm going to go to Mario World, Super Mario World.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, because they have that. Oh, you know what? Is that part of Universal, or is it its own thing? That might be part of Universal.
It's Universal. It's in California, but it's not in Orlando.
But no, but I mean, I'm saying in Japan. I wonder if it's part of Universal Japan or if it's its own thing.
That's a good question. I don't know.
But I kind of want to go see that. But anyway, guys, be on the lookout. Thank you for being members. Be on the lookout for our next commentary. We're going to be doing a special film that, if I'm not wrong, you guys are going to help us decide and vote on. But adios, turd nuggets. Bye.